Welcome back, everyone. This is Tak Oda, CIO of Attaché for Business, joined here by Lisa Hammond, our CEO and HR expert. And if you've been paying attention, you'll notice I'm wearing the same outfit as I was wearing for the previous outfit. I just wanted to run through and do this one as well, just because this is the one I've been wanting to talk about. So I won't spoil what we're talking about, but we have been going through the list of big mistakes that small business owners and entrepreneurs make when hiring employees and independent contractors. So we're now down to number two, not keeping the paperwork. And you can probably guess because Lisa and I have Attaché for Business. Our whole business involves like helping people keep track of their documents. So this is where you get to see stars coming out of our eyes. We're very excited about this. I hope you're just as excited about finding out how long you have to keep documentation for your people. So let's go from here. Go ahead, Lisa.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about what attaché stands for? Because I know sometimes we get that question.
I love talking about that. Yeah, attaché for business. What is an attaché? Attaché is basically like a briefcase, but it has that implication of really important stuff, right? Attaché is like what diplomats use. So it's got like super important things that you don't want to lose track of. So it's not just a briefcase, it's like an important briefcase. So that's why we call ourselves Attaché for Business. We help businesses hold on to the stuff from mistake number three from last time, the appropriate paperwork. So let's talk about keeping the paperwork. I think we want to talk about like how long people need to keep it, why it's important, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into specifics in terms of most of the paperwork because there's so many different document retention requirements. But
Mhm.
just kind of to give you a sense of that, it is extremely important that you keep the paperwork. You're collecting it, you need to keep it, you need to keep it on hand, you need to be able to grab it when you need it and not have to figure out, oh, did I put it in this file? Did I put it in, is it a hard copy? Is it on, did I put it on my computer? Oh my gosh, that computer crashed. Was it on that hard drive or was it on the cloud somewhere? And if it's in the cloud, where is it? And I have heard all these things from people, it's like, I know I have it somewhere. I've even done it myself, I hate to say, you know, I know I have this somewhere and I can't find it. So, and I spend 2 hours looking for one document, which is absolutely craziness. So, when it comes to hiring, there's paperwork you want to keep. And first of all, you pretty much want to keep everything that you collect during the time the person's employed. But there are some things that you need to keep 7 years after they've been employed, 3 years after they've been employed. Just to give you kind of a crazy thing that you really want to keep is when you're in the hiring process, you're interviewing people, if you're collecting applications, resumes, you want to keep those for a year. And
A
once you
year? 1 year?
1 year, once
Okay.
you interview someone, you want to keep it 3 years. You want to keep all the documentation around that interview for 3 years. And the reason
Huh.
is because that person could come back and say that you discriminated against them up to 3 years later.
Wow. Okay.
So you need to
So
have that documentation. You probably aren't even going to remember the person. So you definitely, you want to have the documentation to say why you why you rejected them compared to other people. Most people don't wait
so
three.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying so important. Like, yeah, it's one thing like on mistake number three, we're like, you gotta keep the appropriate paperwork, but like that paperwork's not gonna help you if you don't hold on to it. So
Right.
yeah, you gotta know how long you hold on to that stuff.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think Lisa, you say this all the time, but like you're gonna need it when you need it,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, you don't for the most part, like you're not gonna notice that it's gone until someone asks for it. So just make sure it's there. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so easy, not to keep it, or I've seen so many times when entrepreneurs will take over a business and they'll throw away all the paperwork from the previous business, and I'm like, oh no.
No, 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 no. Yeah, so this is why I mean we'll put the link for our business at Attaché for Business in a link below. But just make sure if you're holding on to this stuff, you're holding on to it in a way that you're not going to lose track of it. You don't want to put it on a computer where the hard drive can crash if you're not backing it up. You want to make sure maybe it's on the cloud so that, and make sure if it's on the cloud, you're making sure it's like a business that's backing it up and allows you to get back to it if something crashes. Just, people are still putting these things in file folders in a file cabinet, and I feel like that's the easiest way to like not just lose track of something, but if there's a fire, it's just gone.
Yeah.
So just yeah, people just think about the worst case scenario and know that at some point you might need it, like you really might need it.
Well, and the thing about it is, if you've got like a payroll company and then you switch to another payroll company, that previous payroll company is not going to keep the information for you. So you need to be able to get that paperwork and put it somewhere that you're going to have it. So you want to make sure that you're keeping things even, when you leave other places.
Wow, that's not something people it would even occur to most people, I think. So thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. So either make sure if you are changing payroll companies to make sure you pull it down somehow, or make sure you have your own way that you're storing it in a place that you control, right?
Right. Absolutely. Attaché for business.
Right. Share for business. This is the mistake number two. This is why our business exists. So yeah. So yeah, this is why our sparkles are coming out of our eyes. We're very excited about this. So thanks for tuning in about this. Thanks, Lisa, for sharing your knowledge. Again, subscribe, like the video, and we'll talk to you again soon. We still have one more mistake to talk about.
Thanks.
Thank you.